Alrighty, we are back. Number 16 of Maryland takes on unranked Northeastern after receiving some votes the last 2 weeks. They're sitting just outside the top 25. Jonas, they also have a match with Michigan State Thursday at 9 Eastern on Somber Stream. So they've got another big game after this. Two highly ranked opponents. Maryland comes in at 1-1 after an L to Utah. And I don't remember who they beat. I think they're 1-1 right now, though. I could be wrong. They might be 0-2.
No, they took down UTSA. They got a 3-1 victory over the Roadrunners. That was their one win. But yeah, they had that tough loss to Arizona. The Wildcats getting revenge. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one kind of plays out. This is a match that I did kind of insist to have because I wanted to see what would happen between these two teams.
Well, let's go ahead and let's roll because, again, for those of you at home, Northeastern's PC shut off at 9 o'clock, so we've got 23 minutes to get through this thing. So let's go. Game 1, Northeastern, Maryland.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Huskies versus Terps. We are officially underway. The Northeastern are 2-0 in non-conference to start. Took down Northern Kentucky 3-1. Pretty nice start. Also got a sweep over Mount St. Mary's. And I think they have some pretty solid confidence going into this matchup. But Maryland, they've always been one of the best teams. They've always been a threat into the Big Ten, and they're looking to reestablish that control this season.
And Maryland's got some doubters here in CCS Season 5. They've got a lot of people to prove wrong tonight with Northeastern ahead of them. And, they've had a rocky start. They're 1-1. I think the game with Arizona was, difficult for them. But, they also had a big win over UTSA. So, if you're Maryland, you take what you're given so far, but after this, Maryland plays Utah right after, so they've got two big games on broadcast tonight. Alongside after that, Utah's going to go into play Clemson right after the Maryland series, so a long kind of back and forth action for a couple of programs competing tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, again, these two teams, both tournament teams last season, they were actually in the same region as well. They were both in the East region. Maryland, of course, fell to Drexel in round 3. They did take the Dragons all the way to Game 7, which we've seen is, not easy to do, but Northeastern, they fell a little bit short, but they're going to start off well here in Game 1.
And Hex just gives that right to Harlequin. And Maryland, it's still early in the year, but they got to turn things around. I mean, they got to get their offense back to the way it was in the fall. This is not the same Maryland team we've kind of seen in seasons past, but I know it's only minute 15 in, they'll adjust just fine. But a slow, sloppy start for Maryland's defense.
Nice passing play from the Huskies. Prost being able to slot that one. Prost does say he's usually not the huge scorer. He prides himself on being more of a physical disruptor, but was able to slot that one away well. Waiters, no touch here. Harlequin puts it middle far side. Andrew, one touch out. Will fall right back to the Terps. Hexy, always a threat to watch out for Maryland. Will be stopped short. And right now, Northeastern are playing solidly. Maryland haven't been able to find a way through just yet.
3 minutes to go, 2 minutes off the clock so far, and hopefully this series is much more closer than what we just watched with Akron versus Drexel, as that was a near perfect sweep for Drexel over Akron. If you're just now joining us, that was a 3-0 sweep, and Akron only struck the back of the Drexel goal once, so hopefully this series is much more competitive in the first 15 minutes of tonight's stream.
I would presume it's going to be, but as of right now, similarly to Akron, Maryland yet to get on the board, only have one shot logged so far in the first half of game number 1, but might get a break here. No. Andrew will send it far side. Harlequin pops it middle turtle. Big clear. Prosk is back and ready to deal with Maryland. Starting to bear down. Hexy might have a look. Gets blocked by Prosk. Turtle is there. Fires far side. A little bit too wide. Northeastern going to try and escape again.
And Maryland had help in front of the box there too. The pressure still deep in right territory. Here comes the counter on target. Turtle will flick that one wide. 2 minutes and change to play in game 1 as Maryland almost a great chance at the end of the second minute, but nothing came for the Terps. 120 seconds left. Northeastern still holding on. 3-1 lead.
Might be a little bit dangerous here. Hexy shot stopped by Harlequin. Was looking for that upper 90. Clear is made, but it falls right to Waiters. Looking middle for Turtle. Andrew reads the pass. Is able to intercept Hexy. Good first touch, low boost, got the reset over Harlequin. It is softly on target. Another one kept out by Angebro, picking up his second save. Waiters in trouble. Low boost on the side of the Huskies, but still able to break into offense.
Yeah, Maryland's offense has to be faster in transition here alongside Hexy, who's done a lot of the damage so far for Maryland's offense, but haven't really found that middle second man to deliver the goals on target, and they've been dusted both times they've had a look. So a minute 15 to go. Maryland's offense can get even a half second faster. Northeastern could be in trouble.
Absolutely, as already almost saw Hexy break through Pross there. Hexy gonna have another look. Good 50 straight up into the ceiling. Turtle soft touch falls right to Andrew, who just sends it downfield. And you can see Northeastern doesn't look like they're trying to do too much now, Nation. They've got this lead. They've got 45 seconds left to defend, and it looks like they're just trying to play keep away. Andrew double will find it through, and the Huskies find a cushion.
44 seconds. Northeastern up 2-0 with just under 45 to play. Another double there for Angelo. Finds a 2-0 lead of Maryland. What will adjust after game one?
Absolutely, they will. I mean, we have just seen Northeastern being able to take a lot of early possession here versus the Terps. Prosk can't quite get back to it quick enough, but will force the defense back again. Team bump there between Prosk and Angebro, but as time ticks down, you're able to afford a couple of these little mistakes. Harlequin, big clear out. Is it on target? No, it's wide. Angebro follow-up, Turtle evaded the bump, makes the save. Prosk will hold down the forward at the midfield line, but Northeastern looks like they're going to come away with game one.
Northeastern, again, they've really had Maryland pinned down defensively. Maybe something here for Hexy, though, to midfield. No, nothing there. One last effort for the Terps offense to strike.
Waiters, flip reset, blocked by Andrew. Hexy just skies it, and it looks like that will officially be the end of this game. Northeastern, a dominant-looking performance to get underway, a 2-0 shutout in game one.
And game one goes to the Huskies. 1-0 goes Northeastern here. Maryland held to nothing in game one.
I mean, 10 shots from the Huskies compared to the 4 from the Terps. I mean, getting shut out in game one is always hard. Hexy, he's a great offensive performance, going 0 for 3. All his shots just saved by Northeastern. It's no small feat. Northeastern are, of course, going to be just looking to keep up that momentum. They got game one, a solid victory there, and now they just got to keep it going. But Maryland, they're going to be looking to bounce back immediately.
That they are, but it's early. I wouldn't panic if I'm Maryland here, although you had a sloppy start with Arizona. You can't have that happen again tonight. I mean, Hexy has to get this offense reestablished at the same level we saw last season during Big Ten play, where, again, they only dropped one regular season game. So, Hexy has to get this team, back on paper to where they belong.
No, yeah, Maryland are always a threat. I think always will be a threat. I mean, it was a tough conference tournament loss. They dropped in the conference tournament semifinals, and I believe that was to Indiana in Game 7, which was a tough loss there. And then going into the tournament, they took down Delaware, took down Arizona, and lost in Game 7 to the eventual runner-ups in Drexel. And that Game 7 looking more impressive, as we just saw Drexel take down Akron in a sweep. But one game could have gone right in last season's tournament, and you never know where they could have ended up. But I mean, you also got to look at that side of the coin for Northeastern. I mean, they made their way through. They took down Quinnipiac 4-1, and Chabro gonna power his way through once again. But the Huskies did fall in round 2 last season to San Diego in a Game 7. Who knows where they could have gotten, but they're looking to have themselves a great season, and Angelo leading the way offensively.
4-13 and Northeastern back on top again. Just 47 seconds into this thing, Jonas, and Maryland now need a response to their own. Waiters goes over the top, cross towards the corner. Maryland still held to nothing here in the first minute off the clock officially now, and the Terps just can't find any offensive rhythm to even establish a chance to score.
No, they cannot. Here might be a look. Prosk immediately going up to challenge Hexy, not giving him any room to work. Turtle downfield. Hexy was searching for a demo on the backline. Turtle trying to go middle to Waiters, but he's eliminated by Prosk. Hexy, psycho attempt, ends up being straight up into the ceiling. Clear is made by Waiters, but now Prosk, middle flip reset, try to 50. Turtle blocks it. We're seeing a nice bit of back and forth between both teams.
3.5 to go here in game number 2. A shot on target is good for Harlequin, 2-0.
And the Huskies add on another. You can see all three players just pushed up a little bit too far from Maryland. Turtle didn't have enough boost to smoothly recover. Tried that wave dash, threw him a little bit off balance, and now again the Huskies up 2-0 over the number 16 ranked team in CCS, and they want to get on that top 25 nation.
Yeah, they've got to prove themselves tonight here, and Maryland has to find a way to come alive with 3:14 to go. And right now, Maryland just have had nothing in response, similar to Akron's situation where, their score was through 7 minutes here. This might be a goal for Northeastern, and that it is. Turtle completely gave up on it. 3:04. It's 3-0.
Harlequin just on the clear. Hexy gets beaten. Turtle and Waiters just nowhere in the vicinity, and it just rolls in. And right now, Northeastern, right now, Nation, it looks like they're just playing textbook Rocket League, and Maryland doesn't look ready to compete.
Not at all. But it's still early in this game, only 2 minutes down, but Maryland needs something quickly to get back within 1 or 2 here with a lot of time still to go. But it's a similar situation to Akron, though. The offense just can't find anything, and there's no sense of urgency to score for Maryland.
Yeah, and they got to change that quickly, but Northeastern now implementing some more physicality. Demo from Prosk. Turtle off the sidewall, down to Hexy, no double. Prosk intercepts one. Waiters misses here. Hexy will turn with no boost. 50 to demoed by Prosk, all in one foul swoop, and now off ceiling. Shot on target. Waiters patiently waiting. Follow-up from Harlequin, saved again by Waiters. Seeing Maryland holding well, but they're just finding themselves stumbling under this pressure.
0:08 to go. Maryland downfield counter. Hexy has help in front. Double pin on target. It's good. They break the curse. 2:02 to go.
And that is an absolute beauty from Maryland to get on the board. Middle from Hexy. Turtle just under the crossbar. Slots it so well. And Maryland find one. 2:02 left to go. Can they find at least 2 more in regulation?
158. Turtle going to look for a double. Couldn't put that one home. The rebound will not be good. It's Frost. A huge save to keep the Terps within 2.
Shaking off the bump from Turtle and still finding the save there, keeping the Huskies in it. Harlequin trades his life for a clear. Angebro pops it up. Prosk is there, gets it past Waiters, and every clear that happens for Northeastern is just more and more time off the clock and more time that's going to favor them. Angebro down to Prosk. Again, playing keep away. Nice demo from Turtle. Hexy's bumped. Harlequin wins the 50. Open net. Angebro shoots it wide. It's off the post.
1:16 to play. Maryland still trail by 2, but this last minute's got to be near perfect for Maryland defensively. The offense needs to score at about 30-ish seconds or so here if they can. This possession really would be nice to have a goal, and Hexy fires it high. Frost will cover the clear.
Another big clear out. You can just see when Northeastern, they're able to get these early leads, Nation, they're just able to hold them as Harlequin gonna find himself a Hattie in game number 2. Waiters ends up getting the wrong 50. The Angebro met him well, and Harlequin just goes low past Turtle, past Hexy. The Huskies up 4-1.
Rutgers know what it's like. They played Maryland. They're in chat right now. They played Maryland last season twice. They know what it's like to have to play these guys. It seems like it's not textbook. Off the kickoff there, it's a miss. It never happens for this Maryland team, and things just haven't been great here for Maryland. Or that's going to be a goal there. 2-4, 38 left, but it's too late. It's too little, too late at this point.
That's a pretty great bounce in itself as Frost, just kind of angled that wrong, and Hexy met him beautifully for a nice 50 in, but 38 seconds or 2 goals is going to be very tough to do. I'm expecting Northeastern to just boom the ball every time it gets close to their half, just trying again play that keep away. Angebro playing the 50 immediately. Hexy, good taking possession here, has the air dribble. Prosk is bumped. Harlequin left by his lonesome, and Hexy's got the double on lock. Maryland back in it.
Well, Hexy's coming alive. 29 to go, just 9 seconds later. Tick off the clock, and now 29 to play. That's a good bit of time for 1 goal. It's not necessarily now game over if you're Northeastern.
Absolutely, it's not. If you're the Huskies, you got to be very careful. That's a nice bump from Angebro. Harlequin trying to go over Turtle. He does. Can he make his way to the net? No. Waiters shuts it down. Falls to Angebro again. Playing the 50 and straight at Prost. Big shot. Right side. He misses the counterattack. Now ensuing from Hex. He does. He got it. Harlequin pre-flip keeps it out. Fall from Turtle. It is good. And the Terps tie it up.
And the comeback is golden. 12 to go. 4-4. And the Terps of Maryland back to equilibrium, Jonas. And what a turnaround in the last minute 30.
Absolutely. Northeastern have let it slip in this game. It looked like they had the win 100%, and now it is all up in the air. This would be a huge win for Maryland in game number 2, as it would get momentum rocking back their way. It looks like we do have overtime. That it is. Game 2 OT. This will be a huge momentum shifter.
Yeah, Hexy's woken up for Maryland. Northeastern is in trouble. And if this keeps up for Maryland and Hexy gets his team back to the promised land, they're going to have a long night ahead of them. Here may be something for Waiters on target. Doesn't go. The double rebound for Turtle from the corner. Also denied and cleared away.
Ross downfield. He's got no boost to work with. Just kind of floating near it. That's a good 50, but it falls to Hexy again. Puts it far side. Harlequin lurking again. Rips it across some lateral movement. Turtle one touch up. Cross leaves it for Angelo. He's looking for a solo play. Into the backboard he goes. Does he have the double? No, he misses wide. And now another big miss comes through. Hexy will send it way downfield. Prosk, a little bit awkward here. A little bit of panic as well from NEU. Shot from Waiters. Shut down by the defense. But right now, I think the Huskies a little in shambles, Nation.
Yeah, you got to be longitudinal here. You can't move the ball laterally and expect to do much if you're either team. As again, you want to be moving north and south, not east and west. In a series like this, 1 minute so far has elapsed in the extra period. We got about 8 minutes until the PCs and Northeastern shut down.
Ross does he have the double, puts it in middle. Angebro is there in Northeastern. Shake off the nerves there and get the job done in OT.
1:11 to play, or to win it there in overtime. 5-4. Maryland will trail 2-0 going into game 3, but isn't enough, self-esteem for Maryland to pull this thing together.
I think 100%. They're definitely going to come back even more fiery into this next game as they brought it back. They're definitely going to be a little upset at falling just short in that overtime. Brought it all the way back, got all 3 of those goals in that final minute and a half, but the OT just didn't quite go their way. Prosk had his nice double to pick up his 1 assist, and Andrew got the finish, but you gotta expect the Terps to really try and turn on the Jets even more going into game 3, needing to reverse sweep.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they gonna ready up and start this game? I mean, there's 7 minutes. I mean, it's either they let this sit out and we go to a break, or they play this game 3 and hope they win. But we'll have to wait and see what the shoes do. They're taking the whole 60 to ready up. It's really not helping them.
Yeah, I will ask you, Nation, as the commissioner, as the official rule provider, if we go into this 3rd game and we do see Northeastern, the whole team get disconnected, it looks like they are going to take a pause potentially. What's the ruling here?
Well, they have 10 minutes from a disconnection to get back in the lobby, but I mean, how do you ready up? I think there would have been time. I don't know. There's 6 minutes now. There's no way we finish at this point. So I think we're going to sit here and wait.
Yeah, I would imagine that as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to sit here and wait it out.
I mean, that does add an interesting little bit of spice to this matchup now, because obviously waiting is not ideal. Waiting is never ideal. But that's also going to ice both these teams for about 6 or 7 minutes between games 2 and 3. And I don't know, honestly, who that'll favor. Northeastern might be able to answer right back and end the series in 3, or Maryland will get a new bit of spirit.
And we're 10 to 15 minutes away from kickoff again at this point. I think it's going to be a long wait here for Maryland. And I think the wait favors the Terps. Northeastern comes off a 2-0 start, and now Maryland, you get 15 minutes to sit and chill and figure out what the heck just went wrong. And Hexy just came alive at the end of that last game, and I think if he continues to get warmed up here, I mean, I think it could be a long 15 minutes for Northeastern.
Yeah, I very much am expecting Hexy to once again really, right from the get-go in game number 3, he's going to try and take control. He's going to try and take full pace unto himself. I'm assuming we're going to see Turtle and Waiters just try and feed him as time goes on in game number 3. I mean, Northeastern, they still look good. Obviously, Harlequin, Andrew being those main offensive look. Prosk, again, he prides himself on being kind of that rock, that third man. Did have some nice saves, of course, got the nice assist in OT for the win. But we did see when Northeastern kind of got backed into a corner, they really started to panic defensively, and that just allowed Maryland to take even more and more room downfield.
Yeah, I mean, again, they came alive too late in that game, and they got to overtime, and you got to capitalize on the chances you create. Maryland just couldn't do that in game 1, and they did it better in game 2. But again, I think the long wait, it allows Maryland to warm up. I think Hexy literally just got on before this series started, so him free playing right now is only a scary sight and a scary sound to hear for Northeastern.
Yeah, I am intrigued to see how they do in this one. I mean, again, you usually don't have this kind of occurrence in matches like this, especially right in the middle of it, especially even on match point. It's just a really awkward time to have this kind of break. So the fact that I think that we see it happen for Maryland, I think is gonna, as you mentioned, is gonna favor them. I think they're gonna have a little bit more time to warm up. Maybe use some online free play, get a little bit more team plays going. We saw a couple in that last game, and I think Northeastern, they're not going to have as much time to do so. They're going to have to focus on getting their setups back up, getting back into the lobby ASAP. So I think Maryland might have a kind of a rejuvenated spirit going into game 3.
Yeah, but the problem is you got to win 3 in a row. You can't drop a game for Maryland, so you got to find a way to get locked in from the first second of game 3 and be ready to go and pull off the first reverse of the season here if you're the Terrapins. And after this, I mean, I feel like Northeastern is probably ranked on Monday if they win this series, but we'll have to wait and see how far Maryland would fall or completely off the list. We'll have to wait and see, but this is a game for Maryland that really, to turn things around, they need to win.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a needed win for them. I mean, we'll see if they can do it. I mean, I think it's a necessary win for Northeastern as well. They've been trying to fight to get ranked. They've kind of been that number 26 team for since the preseason poll, since the week 1 poll. They've just fell short. This would be a nice win. I think it would definitely elevate them into the top 25. But as you mentioned, on Thursday, they do take on Michigan State. And I don't think the Spartans are going to be too kind to him. So you got to get this win while you have the opportunity. You're up 2-0. Just need one more to seal the deal.
That you do, but we're going to go to a quick break. Their PC is shut off in 2 minutes, and they should be back within 5 to 6 minutes after that. So we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, Maryland takes on Northeastern. Alrighty, we are back for game 3. After a fast break, the players are back online, Jonas, and going into this game now, 2-0 is Northeastern. I mean, how does the break affect this series?
I mean, we mentioned it a little bit before, right before that pause. We do think it's going to favor the Terps. We do think it's going to favor Maryland. You know, being able to get that extra bit more of warm-up, being able to take time to kind of reset after going down 2 games. You know, maybe you kind of just shove those to the back of your mind. You look at this like a brand new series, and all you got to do is sweep. Look at it that way.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Looks like players are ready. Let's go down the field. Game number 3. And Maryland trails 2-0. It's Northeastern. Just needs one more win.
They do indeed. It would be a very, very big win for the Huskies, but Maryland again revitalized, rejuvenated coming into this matchup, looking to shake off those first 2 losses, and it looks like we're having some trouble. Oh, okay, they just weren't sure to join in. Okay, we're good. We got everyone in. We got everyone ready to go, and we are set.
All right, Maryland needs 3 straight games here, Jonas, to pull off this reverse sweep. It would be the first of the season here in Season 5. Northeastern just needs to win 1 more game in the next 3 to at least win this series. Now don't need another W in the win column.
Absolutely, but we'll see what happens from here. This, again, kind of a very, very curious time to have a tech pause. It doesn't happen all the time. And we'll see kind of how it affects both these teams, and it doesn't look like it's affecting Maryland too good.
I was going to say after the break, I mean, surely this favors Maryland by a heavy margin, but 30 seconds left with double whip. 30 seconds off the clock, and double whip sets up a 1-0 Husky lead.
I mean, Turtle and Hexy just went right by that ball. I mean, got to give credit to Harlequin on the power clear, but regardless, that's going to be saved 10 times out of 10 if you're Maryland. Pross gets by 2. Angebro through the corner, up in the ceiling. Is there a quick shot? No. Harlequin gonna have to play the clear, going middle to Pross. Soft shot on target. Dealt with well by Hexy, but already seeing Northeastern keeping up the pressure. And if you're a Huskies fan, that's the kind of look you want to see. But if you're a Terps fan, it's the pass middle, Hexy to Turtle. We've seen it before. We'll see it again.
And Hexy keeps his involvement going in the Maryland offense. Finds the first. 51 seconds. And in Maryland, make this game 1-1.
And I really don't know which way everything's going to fall at this point, Nation. I mean, we've seen a good look from Maryland, and we've seen a not so good look from Maryland. I think it's going to be up to them to ultimately kind of lock in this next game, at least trying to extend the series. That's a great 50 from Hexy's. Harlequin does pop it out outside of Turtle. Waiters follow-up. That's a good shot. Harlequin low boost, still making the save. Turtle into the backboard. Angebro is there. Prosk is lurking upfield, stealing boost. Now it's going to fall to Harlequin. Soft one on target, cut off early by Turtle. Northeastern starting to get locked into their own side.
Yeah, Maryland's got a lot of pressure built up here, Jonas. Boost control, though, does favor Northeastern, so Maryland's playing offense with not as much boost as the defensive Northeastern has to work with here. Maybe something will come to fruition. Maryland will hold Hexy off this ceiling. Will play it to midfield.
We got to start seeing some earlier challenges from Northeastern when Hexy has possession up high. They're giving him a lot of room to work. We know that Northeastern are a team who aren't afraid to play defense, but with Hexy on the ball with that possession, I think you want to be a little bit quicker to it.
Yeah, but Northeastern has Hexy isolated, so that's been a problem, and Harlequin has got a second.
Harlequin 2 for 2. Got the first one dimed up from Angebro, now from Prosk as he drops that one down. There's just not much you can do there if you're Turtle. Low boost, tough position, and the Huskies have a lead again.
Yeah, and again, Northeastern has Hexy isolated. They know he's the problem. They've shut him down. And it's been on Turtle and Waiters to pull their own weight. They haven't done so in a high enough margin tonight so far. Halftime approaching, though, in Game 3. Northeastern just holding up by a 1-goal lead here. Maryland have to score.
They do indeed, and we're still seeing their defense look a little bit awkward at times. Seeing a couple nice touches from Northeastern, and Maryland kind of just cave a little bit. Waiters, good 50. It's going to fall to Angebro. Another 50 with Turtle. This one heading back middle. Hexy will take it upon himself. Pross soft shot. Save is made by Waiters. Pross middle to Angebro. Puts it high. Fall from Harlequin. He's there. Ah, got the open look, and he's got a hat trick.
Another one falls for the Huskies, and Maryland just can't seem to find the rock in Hexie's hands. The pressure has been a lot to deal with. 2:18 to go, the lead out to 2.
Harlequin got a hat trick last game and now has got one inside the first 3 minutes of this one. He went 3 for 7 in that last game as well. Now he's 3 for 3, really turning things up offensively. Seeing some great passes from Angebro and Pross, really allowing him to get those looks. Speaking of, Angebro got a nice dribble. Shot far side is too wide. Waiters gets to the sidewall, but it falls right back in the hands of Harlequin. Off ceiling, goes down low. Hexie, another nice save, but the Huskies finding themselves a lot of pressure. Here's a counter for Maryland.
Kill there, Andrew left in trouble. No touch, Hexie dropped down, denied by a defender. Turtle in the sidewall over the first, trying to get over a second, couldn't do so. Waiters left alone, plenty of space to work with there. Dual attempt from the sidewall. The dunk is good. Maryland within 1.
That is a big dunk coming out of Waiters. Ice cold is right. As he timed it beautifully, let Angelo hit it into him. He just had full control and full faith in his positioning to get Maryland back within 1.
1:35 to play on the clock here for Maryland to get this game back to level. Waiters will take his sweet time here. He's going to play this one slow. Turtle off towards the corner. Hexie behind him, taking his time up high. Drop down, not there in time. Harlequin will cover. 80 ticks to go here in game number 3.
Yeah, Waiters trying to put it middle. Angebro goes out. It falls to Turtle again. He's got it sky high. Hexie's lurking middle. He gets past Tugan. Pross beat Hexie. Will 50 him. Angebro needs contact. Won't find any. Demo from Harlequin on the rotation. Back. Pross makes it through midfield. And that's a nice threshold to hit Hexie. A little bit awkward here. Can Angebro catch him sleeping? No, Turtle back in time. But seeing again Maryland look a little bit awkward on defense.
Yeah, these rotations still not all that solid for Maryland. And again, it makes more sense as to how much of an easy time Arizona had taking down the Terps the other night, and it just seems like it's still a continuation of that for Maryland, and they just haven't quite found their form again.
No, they haven't, but they have 30 seconds to keep their hopes in this series alive. Big demo from Pross. Waiters gets the outspeed into the corner, but it falls to Pross again. Got full boost. He's bumped off. Hexie has a look. Booms is high into the backboard. Can he get the read? Sends it on target. Harlequin there with no boost left. Turtle going back middle. Pross is there. Clear is made. It's to Waiters. Harlequin in a tough spot. Backflip clear from Angebro, and that might do it.
That 50 now down to Turtle. Maryland have to go the full field. They get no help. This ball on the ground. Game over. Northeastern 3-0.
Northeastern a 3-0 sweep over the Maryland Terrapins, number 16 ranked school in CCS. And now Northeastern take them down in a 3-0 sweep. What a victory.
We're going to go a fast break. When we come back, number 16 of Maryland takes on unranked Utah after the break.